Well, Joel just left to go to church, to band practice, and I wanted to take some cookies to work tomorrow, so I thought you might want to come with me. So we're making, I don't know what this is. It's got all the things in it. Okay, so call it what you want. You got some chocolate chips, a few surprise things in there, so keep watching and you'll see what we're gonna make. We're gonna start with just a little bit of butter. Just a little. That's 3 sticks of butter that I have gotten softened. It's room temperature, and I need a cup of regular sugar, just regular white sugar, and I'm gonna cream all this together. And for several minutes, I'm gonna let my mixer mix. You can use your hand mixer if you want to. Like I've always told y'all in my recipes, you don't have to have a fancy mixer. And then a cup of brown sugar. I'm gonna pack that. If you don't have a great airtight container for your brown sugar, I love these. They have these little flip top. I got them at Walmart. They have all sizes. That's what all my stuff is in. I have never had brown sugar that didn't get hard. I've never found a container that didn't let brown sugar get hard, but this one, it doesn't. This can stay, I mean, it never gets hard, ever. Well, I probably use it before it has a chance, but seriously, you know how if you use out of a box and just roll it down and stick it in your cabinet, it's gonna get hard, but it doesn't in those containers. A cup of brown sugar. I'm gonna turn my mixer on and let that beat for several minutes to get real fluffy. All right, now I'm gonna put in 2 eggs, one at a time. And as always, I crack into a separate bowl. And to make sure I don't get any shells. So 2 eggs went in, and 3 teaspoons of vanilla. Let me turn that off so you can hear me. Oh, I forgot to tell you, that was light brown sugar that I put. That's all I ever buy. I don't know, I never buy dark brown. Lots of vanilla. This is gonna make a big batch of cookies. Let that blend. Now I'm gonna get my dry ingredients, and I am gonna sift these together. You don't have to. You could just dump them all in this bowl and stir them around with a spoon to get them really incorporated. I'm just gonna sift it just so I can make sure it's blended really good. But I know some of you don't have a sifter. That's okay. You can still do this. 2 cups all-purpose flour. Into my sifter, and I'm gonna sift it right into this bowl. 2 cups. And where's my teaspoon? Oh, it's got vanilla on it. I need a teaspoon of baking soda. And a teaspoon of baking powder. Both of them. Didn't have my salt over here. Teaspoon of salt. All right, that's all my dry stuff. And I'm gonna sift it together, and then I'm gonna add it a little bit at a time to that, that little bit of butter mixture that I have. Okay, now I'm gonna turn my mixer on low, and I've just got a little spoon, and I start adding a little bit at a time. And let that mix in. And then I'll show you all the things we're gonna stir into here. Sky and Cameron got me new spoons for Christmas. I love a wooden spoon for cooking. We're gonna put all the yummy things. This is a cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips. You can put whatever chocolate you like. You can do dark chocolate, milk chocolate, whatever you enjoy. So I'm gonna put chocolate chips, 1 cup, and 2 cups of old-fashioned oats. You can put the quick oats, but I like the texture of the old-fashioned oats better. So yeah, it'll just change your texture some if you use the quick oats. These are bigger, makes cookie a little bit chewier to use the old-fashioned kind. I'm putting 2 cups. I'm gonna stir that in a little bit. Get the chocolate chips and the oats in. Okay, this is so thick. that it's so hard to mix really good with that mixer. So I'm gonna put the elbow grease in it. I want about 1.5 cups. Now these are roasted pecans. My favorite kitchen tool, my little handy food chopper. But I roast up a bunch of pecans. I put a whole pack in a little glass dish. And the way I did these, and it's quicker to me, but you gotta be careful with it. I pour the pecans in my glass dish, put a few pats of butter, sprinkle some salt, stick it in the microwave for about a minute at a time. Stir them, a minute more. Stir, do a minute more. You cannot do pecans in the microwave for a very long time. And I really can't tell you how many minutes you're gonna have to do, because it depends on your microwave, how many pecans you've got, but you'll start smelling them. And I do lots of taste testing along the way to see if they're the flavor I want them to be roasted. So that's how I do these. And I do a whole bag at a time, and then I put them, whatever I don't use, in a Ziploc, keep them in the freezer. That way I don't have to fool with it every time that I want pecans. Let's see what we got. Yep, about 1.5 cups. Pretty close. Anyway, so I'm gonna stir those pecans in. I told you it was all the things. So we have chocolate chips, oats, and pecans. And then I got one more thing I'm gonna put in here. Goodness gracious, that is some stiff dough. Rice Krispies. I want 2 cups of Rice Krispies. Who doesn't love a Rice Krispie? Let's put some in these cookies. How about it? 2 cups. Rice Krispies are Skylar's favorite. And you know what? I knew I was gonna make these cookies and I was almost out, but I always keep Rice Krispies. It's been her favorite cereal since she was a little girl. No sugar on them and skim milk. That sounds terrible, doesn't it? She loves them. And when she comes here, she knows we're gonna have Rice Krispies in the cabinet. So I'm just folding those Rice Krispies in. You gotta be careful with them. I don't wanna mush them. I might have could have got my dough attachment out, but that regular mixer would not mix this cookie. My oven preheated to 350. And I've got a cookie sheet with parchment paper on it. Or you can spray your sheet with nonstick spray and do that, but I love parchment paper, so much easier. I want big old fat cookies. So guess what? Ice cream scoop. So this is what I'm gonna use to scoop my cookies out. So now this is gonna, again, make a fat cookie. So, I'm gonna spread them out into a 350 oven for about 14 or 15 minutes. Oh, I told you they were giant cookies. Those two kind of ran together, but I like them pretty brown on the outside. This cookie does better if you cook it almost completely through. Little different than I do just a basic chocolate chip cookie where you want it undercooked. These do better if they get pretty brown. I'm gonna let them cool for a good little bit. I'm not gonna try to take those off. Okay, we did those really fat cookies. Now I'm gonna go smaller with a normal cookie scoop and put those out on this one just so we can have some smaller ones. Everybody might not want a big one, but those cooked for the big ones where I just made 6 and I used the ice cream scoop to scoop them out. They cooked for 15 minutes. Y'all, these are so good. I didn't wait for them to cool. You need to try these. Even if you don't like, some of you may see the oats and think, oh, I don't like oats. They don't taste like oatmeal cookies. The oats just give it a really chewy texture. It's good. Get me a glass of milk. You see the cookies. What I did was slide these off the cookie sheet. I just took the parchment paper and slid them right off on the counter so they could cool completely, because they really do need to cool. Oh, look right there. There's one missing, huh? Right beside the glass of milk. That was supper tonight. Right by the fruit bowl. Oh boy. Here are the ones cooked with the smaller scoop. Again, you want them brown or they're gonna fall apart. Your time, these little ones with a little scoop, I did them about 12 minutes, okay? The big ones, about 15. Hope you enjoy it.